45. What is Bill 45, you probably ask? Bill 45 is the Canada's way of saying we want to kill vaping industry because it's not safe, blah, 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 bunch of nonsense, blah, 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 go back on cigarettes and die of cancer, please now. So I come into work, right, and I'm sitting there minding my own business. My phone goes off. It's my buddy Mike, who runs the electronic cigarette store. And he's all like, dude, did you see that thing that I posted on my Facebook page? And I'm like, no. And he goes, go look. So I pop over to his Facebook page. Sorry for the fogginess. I'm having a vape, which soon might be classified as illegal, more illegal than smoking dope. And sure enough, Bill 45, which is they want to regulate vaping. And basically they just want to wreck everything to do with the vaping world and make it so hard to obtain the stuff so that people will go back on cigarettes. Obviously, it's all because the tobacco lobbyists are like fucking paying the government to slaughter off this industry because they notice a drop in sales as a bunch of people have cut the habit of smoking and went over to vaping for a healthier solution. So then you got these tobacco lobbyists who are actually paying companies to find ways to make this shit dangerous so they can publish it in the papers and get the sheeple to believe that this shit is freaking dangerous and it's more carcinogenic than smoking a cigarette and blah, 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 blah. And it's all horseshit to me. It's all horseshit. Now, I do understand that there isn't a lot of long-term research on the use of vaping, but there's a reason for that. It's because some people will vape for 3 years and then put it down and never pick it up again because it did the job. It got them off the cigarettes. It got them off the stinkies, and they weaned themselves off the nicotine with this to the point where they're down to like 0 nic, and then they're just using it, and they're like, why am I bothering? And then they just don't pick it up anymore, and they quit vaping and don't go back to cigarettes, which is freaking awesome. And like, I got a lot of friends who are recent started vaping to try and kick the habit, and it's been working. And if this bill passes, they'll be back on the stinkies within a heartbeat. You know, they'll be back on the cigarettes. They won't bother. They'll just be like, fuck it, I'm back on the cigarettes now. It's the way she goes. I, however, will not be back on the cigarettes because I'm low enough in the nicotine level where I can go like a week or 2 on 0 nic. I just like the taste, you know. Blueberry cheesecake is freaking delicious, and the taste is amazing, but I have other ways to get blueberry and or cheesecake into my mouth. However, if I'm eating cheesecake, you may want to stay the frig away from me because you think I fart a lot now? Give me a piece of cheesecake and watch the fuck out. So I posted a thing on my Facebook, and so far it doesn't seem like anybody's really paying attention to it. I literally shared my buddy's post that was posted, Mike's post that was posted to his Facebook to my Facebook to try and get the word out, but it doesn't seem anybody's taking any attention to it, and this is kind of a bad thing. It's like almost like I got to put a picture of like a half-naked girl up saying, by the way, read the thing below, so people will read it and go, holy fuck, this is serious. We need to email these people. Like, I already emailed all 3 of the emails in there and explained my side of the story on why this whole ban is bad. Now, I do believe online sales need to be restricted and or maybe stopped. You're probably saying, fuck Adam, no, they don't. They shouldn't do anything. Well, the problem with online sales is minors can buy from any online shop. I've seen it done before. My buddy's kid, who's like 15 years old, went to Can Vape, clicked the, yes, I'm over the age of 19, you know, click that button, put in an order, submitted it, paid through electronic email transfer, and 2 days later got his shit. And the kid's like 16 years old or 15 years old or something like that. Young, not of legal age. So that's kind of crude, and I don't know of any way of doing age verification on the internet that would work because not everybody has a driver's license or a form of ID. And I know if you go to the corner store and you don't have ID and you don't look like you're actually old enough to smoke, you can't produce ID, they won't sell you darts. They'll be like, no, you're not getting a deck of darts today, bud. Get some fucking ID. You're not getting that shit. And at least with brick and mortar stores, like, you know, the store here in town or the 2 here in town and like the ones down in London and everywhere else on the planet, you know, you walk in, if you look like a minor, the sales clerk can say, yeah, bro, produce your ID. And if you can't produce the ID, they don't produce the sale. End of story. Just like when you go to buy a deck of darts at the corner store, gas stations, or whatever. But literally, online verification is a yes or no. Are you of age? Yes. Okay, you can buy the stuff. That doesn't work out. That's just honor system. Do you know how many 13-year-olds I got watching my shit that are that have their age set up as 23? Exactly. Because theoretically for YouTube, you can't make an account unless you're a certain age. A lot of the people, like for instance, a lot of the people watching Pug's THC channel, and there was actually a commenting on, he did a comment when he was reading the dicks, as he calls it, the 5 dicks. One of them said, I'm only 15 years old, but I love watching your videos. I love watching the THC channel and your One Pug Life. And it's like, One Pug Life is mature audience, you know, 13A. That's fine. But the THC channel, those videos are probably flagged 18A. And you have to have an account where you're 18 years of age or older to watch that shit. You know, when this kid says, I'm 15 years old from so-and-so land, and I love watching your THC videos, yeah, you know what? You're running a false birth date on YouTube so you can watch this. And also with the THC channel, if it's flagged 18A, you can't just watch it from not having an account. You can't just bring up the video and watch it. The video comes up as, this is restricted 18A, please sign in with your YouTube. And then you sign in with your YouTube and it does an age verification that way, which is also bullshit, right? So online age verification comes into online anonymity. Anonymity? There's like no way to confirm it unless you submit a driver's license or a birth certificate or a passport or something. That's the only way they can verify your proper age. So there's like no real way to do it. Therefore, online stores are the ones that need to go. Nobody in Canada has the deals like CanVape has, but you don't always get what you order from CanVape either. So, you know, and trying to get support from them, I don't know how it works. Like, you can't really walk into a CanVape store and say, hey, this dart I bought off you, it's fucking broken. Because I don't think they have any stores. I think they run a weekend kiosk like at the flea market, but you know, when you have access to a real store, like for instance Mike's store, the electronic cigarette store, when you know, if I have a problem with anything I bought there, I can bring it back in and say, listen, I bought this tank off you guys like 2 weeks ago and it's just garbage. It's leaking everywhere. It's been like that for 2 weeks. And they'll look into it and find out why. And if it's a defect from the factory, they will replace it. They're cool like that, you know? And you can get that done in one day. And also with a store, you can walk in. Yeah, it costs a lot more, but you can walk in, get your device and walk out and start using it that day. We're online ordering, you know, especially if you're ordering from Slow Tech, it could take up to a month and a half before you get it in your hands. Kind of brutal. Do I think they need to ban vaping? Hells no. Vaping's great. It's gotten a lot of people off the darts. Look at Pug. He doesn't vape. He doesn't smoke cigarettes. Smokes a lot of dope, but doesn't do any cigarettes. And he's not on the vape. It worked for him to get him to kick the habit. Worked for me to get me to kick the habit. Yeah, I still vape, but this is like 3 milligram e-juice, and it's great, you know? A cigarette, they say, is 18 milligrams, roughly. When you're smoking a cigarette, it's 18 milligrams of nicotine per cigarette. So I'm smoking 1/6 of a cigarette, not a big deal. And like for the past 2 weeks, I had no nicotine to mix my juice with. I've been smoking zero nic e-juice and it's fine. Only reason why I like having nicotine in here is because it does cover up the, it helps the coils last longer for some reason. I'm not sure the whole logic on that, but it's been proven it does. Because when I vape zero nic, I tend to burn out coils a hell of a lot quicker. But anyway, I didn't want to talk about all vaping this vlog, that's for sure. Don't know what else to talk about though, because that was kind of the only thing that happened today. Well, that and, well, if anybody's on my Instagram, if you're not, you should probably get on my Instagram. There's a funny Instagram up there of poor Brucey. Kind of fell asleep at work tonight and kind of scared the shit out of him. And the video is kind of funny, and I think it's funny anyway. So if you're not on my Instagram, you should probably go to my Instagram and just watch that video and laugh for a bit. You don't have to be on Instagram. You can just go to the link, www.instagram.com/vlogginlife. Video's right there, and you can see me scare the fuck out of poor Brucey while he's sleeping. It's pretty funny. Well, I think it's pretty funny. He thought it was pretty ignorant. He's not talking to me right now, so it's kind of funny. Oh, he'll get over it by tomorrow, frig's sakes. Look at the vapors. So I was chatting with Adrian there, and it sounds like he's got his mini bike all up and running, and I completely forgot that I wanted to fix my mini bike this past fake weekend. So maybe tomorrow, if I can actually get out of bed at a decent time, I'll head out to the garage and bang that project out and get my mini bike back up and running and maybe take her for a rip snot around the backyard just to test her all out. But I also bought the chain off of Adrian, so I have a brand spanking new freaking chain for my gear reducer, and I got all my bolts to hold the shit onto the guy. Come on, Adam, use proper terms. I got all the proper bolts to hold the torque converter No, the clutch. There we go. The clutch onto the shaft. And I also have all those clips so I can relink up the chain. So that's a bonus. I looked it up on YouTube to see exactly how to do it. And it doesn't look too hard with a pair of needle nose pliers. So I'm probably going to fuck it up 3 or 4 times and then get it right. And we should be good to go. We should be good to go. I want to check the oil in it because I noticed there's some oil on the ground in the garage by the mini bikes, and I don't know if I blew a leak or a seal or something, or if that's just grease coming off the chain from the winter, because this winter was pretty brutal in the garage. It's always colder in the garage for some reason. I blame the concrete floor because that shit gets super cold and then, you know, kind of festers and stuff. But I got some chain lube at home there so I can give her the douse and really hose her down and get her nice and gooey. Plus I'm going to lithium grease the pins when I pop them in, so that way there the master link is all greased up and lubed up and it shouldn't blow off for any given reason. Luckily I know where to get a whole whack load of them if it does. And they're not that expensive, so, and I have five of them at home, so I shouldn't blow through 5 of them in one run. And then I want to put the proper bolt on the red bike, because neither one, the black bike or the red bike, has a fucking clutch bolt. So that's probably not good. And I have no idea how he rode them like that. Like, they must have fallen off, I don't know when, but like, I guess as long as you don't drop the bike on the clutch, the bolt won't come out. But if you do, then you're dicked. I don't know how the hell this happened, but it happened. And the other thing I have a problem with is figuring out how to tighten the bolt. I'm going to have to look that one online because I haven't done that yet. Is how to tighten the bolt on the shaft when the shaft wants to spin freely. So we'll get that all figured out and straightened out and whatnot and stuff and junk. And then mini bikes ahoy! Because Adrian's ready to roll. He's we can basically roll on Thursdays and Fridays because he's still without a job. So until he gets a job, he's basically available anytime as long as something doesn't come up with the family that he has to take care of, or, you know, something doesn't pop up that keeps him busy. So that's friggin' awesome. That's friggin' awesome. Sorry for the vapey car vlog, people. I would do it outside, but it's windier than the son of a whore out there. And I haven't done the dead cat modification to this camera yet. But anyway, I should get back inside and get this shift over with. So far, it's been pretty brutal. Been a lot of calls and a lot of cleanups and some voicemails and tickets and stuff from basically being understaffed today because the boss fucked up. And yeah, so the guy was by himself all day today, running the show solo. And chances are he's going to be doing the same tomorrow because we're not sure if Buddy's on vacation still or not. So we're going to find that out tomorrow, and I don't plan on answering my phone regardless because I'm not fucking coming in from noon to 8. So, on that note, I'm going to head her inside and carry on my shift, and I'll fucking talk to you guys later. Peace out. Yay, it's fucking midnight. Time to go home. What a shift. We literally spent the last half of the shift looking up Rosin tech. Let's get out of here. That's what we're doing. We're looking up Rosin tech because we watched the THC episode where Pug One was talking about this machine. Well, he made this machine for pressing Rosin tech, and we're like, how the fuck does that even work? So we ended up watching a bunch of videos on it, trying to figure it out. Because honestly, to me, it sounded like a troll attempt. Like somebody was trying to get you to basically press your dope in a hot plate and fucking ruin it, you know? So we're like looking it up, and we're like, holy fuck, this actually works. It's not a troll. It's an actual technique that's valuable. Like, you don't need to use like solvents and stuff to extract your dope. You can just friggin' smash it in a hair straightener and fart out friggin' concentrates. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Too bad I don't like dabs. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. They kind of negate the reason why I'm on medicinals. I found at Pugs when I did my first dab that they took my anxiety to a whole new level of fuck goofery and brought my paranoia to a whole new level of highness. Did not appreciate it one bit. Tasted fucking delicious though, let me tell you that much. But I didn't like the effects. The effects can go frig themselves. But, you know, different strokes for different folks. What doesn't work for me doesn't mean it doesn't work for other people. You know, if that kind of shit works better for what ails you, then by all means, fucking dab away. But for me, it's not the way to go. I prefer the flowers. Flowers do better for me. But, yeah, like I said, different strokes for different folks, for fuck's sakes. What else is really going on? Not too friggin' much, eh? It's just another night. It's pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't know why customer service does this. Like, tonight, the majority of my calls have been people calling saying that they got their modem and they need to get it set up. but like they send out the modems at work so prematurely, so you usually get it a day or two before your internet's active. And then you hook it up and you're all ready for internet, but you can't because they haven't finished the work order. And it's like, they really got to include a letter in there saying your internet's not up and running until this date, and we know when the completion date is when we send the modem out. That's all they got to do is tell the customer it's not going to be live until then, because like we had a couple customers call in tonight about that, and they're pretty pissed off because they wanted their internet and they thought all they had to do was hook up the modem and, you know, they're done. But that's not the case. Hook up their modem and then they had to wait until Monday for it to be finalized, or Tuesday in a couple people's cases. You know, that really sucks when you're all excited because you have internet and it's the weekend and you can't friggin' use it because it's offline and shit. Frigate. I don't know what we're gonna do tonight. Probably not too much. Probably not a lot of anything. You know, friggin' chillax, shoot the funk load, whatever the fuck that means. I still have a gravy boat's worth of friggin' videos to edit for Skaven Game, so that's exciting. You cut me off, bud? I'm gonna cut you off. Go fuck yourself. You like that shit? Yeah, you fucking love that kind. Buddy trying to cut me off. Who do you think yous is? I drive a G6 and I don't care about it. That's who I think I is, bitch. Yeah, I was chatting with a couple of people about the minivan and they're like, why don't you just get a car? And I'm thinking, I already have a car. I have a Trans Am. Why the fuck do I need two cars? This is the whole reason behind getting the minivan, is that, you know, in the summer I can drive the Trans Am, and if I need to go pick up something big like supplies, lumber, whatever, steel, it's hard to carry that in a car. Where in a minivan, you have all that space, so it just makes sense. So that's why the whole minivan thing. And a pickup truck, well, those are just expensive on fuel, you know, like friggin', it's like driving the G6 all over again, except for I got a 6.5 foot bed I don't have to make. But yeah, kind of burns my tits just a little bit. And I don't know, driving that minivan was awesome, even though I beat the living hell out of it. And I'm sure you guys had some pretty funny comments to leave for about that one on me. Fuck, it is what it is. The best comment was the one Adrian made, was when he said, you should buy one of these, just not this one. Yeah. I wanted to unleash the power of the minivan, and I did, and it felt good. I probably shouldn't have done it to a minivan with 10 kilometers on it. 10 kilometers on the engine, and I am rugging the throttle. Fuck's sakes. Or as I like to call it, I'm rehoning the cylinders. But I think I'm gonna go with the 2012. It just seems more feasible. And I gotta do something because this car here is fucked. You know, this here 17.6 liters per 100 kilometers in town. Yeah, that's getting costly. You know, when you put 20 bucks of gas in your car and you're good for 3 days, yeah, that's not good. You know, I filled it up last, what? I think it was last Monday. I put $62 into it and filled it. And it's already down to a quarter of a tank, and I haven't been driving that much, just been going to and from work. I filled the car, the trip meter says, yeah, you have 263 kilometers to empty. Like, okay. Anyway, people, we're almost home. We'll talk more when we get there. So I found this new feature on YouTube tonight while I was dicking around at work. I showed you a bunch on yesterday's video, and I'm going to talk about a new one that I found tonight, where you can actually see how many people are viewing your channel that are your subscribers. Where the hell are you going? Oreo, get over here. Get in the yard. You're gonna go shit in the driveway again, little fucker. And then he got stuck. Basically, you can see who's watching your videos and who amongst that group is actually a subscriber or not a subscriber. Took a look at Vloggin Life, and this is hilarious. Out of all the subscribers I have, which is like 8,100 or something like that, 1,000 people, roughly daily, who are subscribed to me watch my shit. All the other views are from unsubscribed people. So that's exciting. So this once again proves that having a bunch of subscribers means fuck all on YouTube. Which makes me wonder exactly, why does YouTube give a silver plaque for 100,000 subscribers and a gold plaque for 1 million? When subscribers literally means fuck all. You know, if you're dropping epic content, you're going to get the views. People are going to somehow find your shit and watch it. And if they like it, they're going to tell their friends. And if they don't subscribe, they're just going to link your page and watch your shit as it comes up. Because a lot of people don't realize that you got to make an account to watch shit, right? So Well, hell, I didn't for the first 2 years of my YouTube activity. I didn't realize you needed an account. And then in 2008, I made the Skaven account just so I could subscribe to people and get it in my feed as I go. And that's when I started figuring out YouTube. And it wasn't until, like, I think mid-2009 that I dropped the video of Oreo and the hose. And then I started making YouTube videos for funsies. But, yeah. You done pooping? You gonna buck a little bit? Dude, you were just stepping in your shit. Now you're jumping on me? Fuck's sakes. Yeah, so all in all, tonight was bullshit, boring fuck night. But we got through her, and here we are. We're back home. 4 more days to go in the fake weekends here. Let's hope the next fake weekend isn't complete bullshit. Check the Weather Network and see what kind of weather we're expected for next Thursday. Ah, yeah, boy! 14 fucking degrees on Thursday and Friday. Oh, beauty playing sun. Oh, that's going to be great. We can get some fucking work done outside, people. You know, you all pick on me and tell me, like, fucking, it's been 3 years since you've been, like, dicking around with that fucking face up. How come you haven't pulled it yet? It's my house, my property. Don't fucking worry about what I do. It's simple enough. I just can't believe how many people out there gotta, like, fucking get on my shit. It's like, fuck, it's my shit, not your shit. Just watch my shit and shut your shit. Fucking simple. Frig's sakes, I was supposed to make that dirty rice last night and I didn't. Should probably make it tonight, but I won't. Still got a lot of fucking video game editing to do. My goodness, it's like it's not going away. It's like new files are showing up every day. Anywho, people, I don't know what else is going on for tonight. I was just chatting with Adrian there, and it looks like we might have a plan for Thursday to make a funny video, so that'd be alright. That'll be probably going up on his channel, so be sure to check that out, ADGE0042. Check my description for the link if you want it. He puts other things up there too, and some funny stuff, and some other stuff, and some game stuff. It's basically a miscellaneous channel like Skaven used to be, but he's got some funny shit on there, so be sure to check that out. And yeah, there's other links down below. Don't forget to check those out. I think I'm going to shut her down here and call her a night. I'm going to friggin' get her ready for bed. I got some more gaming videos to edit, frig's sakes. And then here's that feature I was talking about there earlier, about your views. So I'm on my Northern Tech channel here, and you can see I do about 200 to 220 views a day. And here's where I've been uploading videos, so it's been getting a little sporadic. But if you look right here, it says subscribed and not subscribed. So right now it's just taking a tally of both. So if I click up here and click on subscribed, shows down here that averaging next to no views, right? Except for here where I uploaded recent videos. And then you go to not subscribed, and that bar graph changes, and you're looking here and it's about 180 views to, you know, 200 and some odd of not subscribed. So that's a little thing you can do to check your channel to see who's watching your shit and who isn't watching your shit, to get an idea as to whether or not having 1,000 subs makes a difference or not. Just a little heads up. I'm gonna call her a night. Well, it is a night, so I'm calling it right. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment as always, and until next time, people, keep on vlogging.